everybody, it's T-Rock 100 and welcome back to more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet! Last time, we did some exploring on as the second area of South Providence, and we defeated the Contorto Gym, getting ourselves our first badge in the process. And we had a quadruple evolution right off the bat. Hey! This time, we're gonna be heading up for our next destination, which is actually going to be to the east of Mesagoza. We found a lone soda pop on the ground. Can't say I've ever seen that before. Alright. Tally-ho! Ooh, we got Protect right there. It's not a bad move. Wouldn't rely on that too much, though. Ooh, we got an Ice Sinatera Pokemon right here. I guess a quick peek won't hurt. What do we got? Is that supposed to be a Litleo? You know what? Sure, let's do it. Might as well show off head of our newly fully evolved Quaxwell. Michael's definitely going to be busting the moves along the way. Oh yeah, we're gonna be kicking this thing's butt. Too nervous to eat berries, eh? Okay. Won't be a problem. Is it our defense? Looks like from what I saw. Might as well give our buddies a boost as well. Oh yeah! That's definitely gonna be of some good use for us. Oh come on! That's not fair! I have to admit, that's actually pretty funny. Oh yeah! I like how it's in a constant daze like that. Alright. Come to me! Terra Catch! Crystallize my ball and capture our new friend. Yay. Alright. A lot of experience and extra smalls, and ooh, we got a few pearls, a genius feather, and the tufts of a Litleo. Is it bad to say that I find it disgusting that we're using Pokemon droppings as TM makers? What will they think of next? I mean, it's not like, you know, we're gonna find something that was gonna be merging a few other items that are together to create an even better item later on down the road. Like that could be a thing. That. I guess we can heal up along the way. Alright. So now we head on for the other side of Mesagoza, which is going to be South Providence Area 3. Let's see here. I guess I probably could have just flown there. But where's the fun in that? Exploring around the place is actually kind of nice. But shield right there in the middle of it all. Now, we're here on the east side. And welcome to probably one of the most annoying parts of the South Providence. Anytime you want to go, there we go. The canyon portion of the place. Alright. A little makeshift Pokemon Center from right there if you really need one. Get it around here pretty good. What do you say we start taking on some of these trainer battles around here? So, here in the South Providence of Area 3. I vote just Crockett on this. We have 6 Pokemon to talk about, and a majority of them actually maybe have proven to be of some good use for you if you plan on using them in the correct way. In the prairie, we have Dunsparce. This is an example of a Pokemon from a past generation that is going to be getting a little bit of some special treatment for this. Why? Because Generation 9 delivered with an evolution. Picking ourselves up though, Dunsparce? If there's one thing that I can definitely describe this sort of Pokemon is a lot of her great missed potentials. It has one of the absolute best in move sets and move pools that I can learn through leveling up. And if you do plan on using this, you definitely want to go for Serene Graze, not run away for the ability. Why? Because Serene Graze doubles the chances of additional effects occurring in Pokemon her moves. And Runaway speaks for itself. Before Generation 9 came around, Dunsparce was not that good solely because of that its stats were just so god-awful. Many of the moves that it learns through leveling up don't complement it well with any of the stats that it has. Its original purpose is basically to act as a toxic staller. Generation 9 delivered and changed that for good. How? It came with a signature move which it learns at level 32, with the move known as Hyper Drill. A 100 power, 100 accuracy, physical normal type moves that bypasses the effects of Protect, Detect, Spiking his Shield, King's Shield, Bane Bunker, Skill Trap, and Burning Bulwark. So in other words, it's basically a more powerful feat. Something that definitely take into consideration. It evolves into probably one of the most uncreative versions of Generation 9, and probably a name that I think a lot of people think they did out of lazy reasons. Dunsparce. But don't be fooled by this. This thing just gotten a whole lot better. With the physical offensive staff and that just gotten really nice and base 100, and more bulky in on itself, it could do worse with this. Well, that's not 100% true. There are 2 types of forms that you will be seeing of the Dunsparce. The most common one that you will see is... I actually gotta forget what it's called, but I'm going to flash up on screen right now for what form that they would take. But it's mainly just on cosmetics, and there's really nothing too big out of the ordinary, except for maybe size and weight, but it can learn Heavy Slam. And the heavier you are against the Pokemon, the greater the damage. Pretty nice if you ask me. The only real negative is that this is going to be one of the more slower normal types that you'll be seeing throughout the game. But if you do plan on using this, practice in regular battles rather than taking it into actual casual matches. Because this is when things are going to get a little bit unusual.
Also,
talk about a Pokemon that I imagine is less complicated to deal with and actually a little bit more straightforward. Nimble! A bug type turned bug dart type and that's meant to be a physical sweeper? Sure. We're actually kind of been pretty popular with that as of late. Not bad, to say the least. Anyway, this thing kind of goes without saying. It's your classic physical sweeper of a bug type. It's that good. It has a good variety of gym moves and that can learn, such as bug, dark, and normal. And heck, if you really want this thing to be interesting to be using, just wait till it learns lunge or pounce. It's meant to act as a pretty decent physical sweeper, but say it with me, if it's a swing and a miss, you're not gonna get a good shot at it. And oh my god, Battle, I get to hurry. I'm actually in really big doo-doo on this one. Well, I might as well just go in and have a little bit of some fun with that. Anyway, when it evolves into later on into Lukic, it becomes... Okay, I just got blown away from that. Never mind. When it evolves into Lukic at level 24, it becomes a very nice and physical sweeper. Not much else really needs to be said about this. Check out the moves that it can learn through leveling up, and it is beautiful. Plus, the moves that it can learn through leveling up are also just as good as well. Just be mindful that it's going to be a while until I learn some of the more better moves than later on. And even though that I really do like this Pokemon, and I even considered using it on my team for a while, it's very fragile. So be mindful that you're going to be dealing with a lot of Pokemon that will have the advantage over you, and you'll have to figure out how to use it. And if you can get Tinted Lens, it could be useful in and on itself. Nearby the town area is probably one of the more interesting normal types, and that works in some of the weirdest ways. Tendamouse. This is a weird Pokemon. Or a group of Pokemon. This is probably one of those sort of Pokemon that I think it can work well if you plan on using this mainly in double battles. But even on its own, it's very heavily outclassed. However, that does not mean that it's useless. What really makes this thing shine through is the fact that, as it is right now, it can come with Pickup for the ability. Pickup is a very good ability that allows you to not only pick up an item and so while you're wandering around, but if you ended up dropping an item at some point, you could potentially collect that item as well. If you do plan on using this for competitive play, you might as well go for own tempo instead. And mainly because later on, once it evolves at level 25, Mousehold has all of its abilities changed. Well, except for its ability of Technician. But excuse me, never mind. Yeah, all three of its abilities will change upon its evolution. And even if you do plan on going here for those of us a 3 or even a 4 family group of it, it's mainly here just a cosmetic and on itself. It is not much else that really needs to be said about it. I only ever recommend this if you do plan on going for anything with Pickup for the ability. But the catch is that it'll lose that ability once it evolves. And the worst part about it is, if it evolves in it during a battle, the animation won't show. It's very weird how that works. So, all around, Mousehold is great mainly for double battles, not so much with anywhere else. Next up is actually a Pokemon that I feel like it's kind of underrated, but very, how do you say, underappreciated. Squawkabilly. And oh boy, this thing is actually pretty good. It's your classic normal flying type. Not much else is on that. But what's interesting is that it's one of the very few Pokemon that will have different hidden abilities depending on what color Squawk ability you have. White and yellow will give you sheer force, where it's blue and green ones will give you guts for the ability. Its other two abilities are normal, and they'll just be giving you Intimidate or Hustle. I think it'll probably be okay if you go for Intimidate and mainly for Hustle, mainly because it's a kind of a glass cannon in on itself. The only real big thing that I will recommend that if you do plan on using this Pokemon, pick your choices wisely, and if you can get it to its hidden ability, it's going to be different depending on what Squawk ability color you go for. And I would be remiss if I didn't ask this very important question. Why does this thing not have chatter for its moveset? I know it technically has no real purpose for that in this particular game because, well, you don't have access into any way of using the microphone because chatter does more damage, has a better chance of confusing depending on how much you scream into it. But, at least modify it in a way and that'll make it some good use, but I guess if it's not going to be like that, then, well, it's lost. It's not useless in any way. It's pretty decent for being a good normal type and a good flying type. But even if you don't plan on using this thing, can't deny that is a pretty nice appearance of a Squawk ability. Just wish it had chatter. Bring that move back. Man, whatever. In the Rocky area, we have a rare Pokemon that actually works much differently depending on what game that you're playing. You can get the other items that are by just training it over from another, but we'll get to that later. Charcadet. Charcadet's had a bit of a fan favorite of mine for a while. On its own, and it may seem like a pretty decent fire type with Flash Fire for the ability. But you can't deny on one thing. Having a fire immunity and the fact that it can also come with Flame Body for its ability, for its hidden ability that is, it's not bad on itself. The only real big thing that I have to say that makes it lose quite a bit of points, it's slower than most of the fire type Pokemon that you'll be seeing throughout the game. And if you did not go for a Fuecoco, then we're in for quite a fight. However, there is something about this Pokemon that makes it all the more worthwhile. But it'll only evolve by giving it a certain item that you will be able to attend and to get, but you'll need a certain amount of Pokemon dropping for this. In Scarlet, you've given it the auspicious armor, it'll become Armor Rogue. This is what I consider to be more on the defensive approach and having some pretty nice special offensive stats. Going from being a pure fire type to a part psychic type is great. You have plenty of good options to have for dealing with moves from a distance. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about its signature move that it'll get at its later level, known as Armor Cannon. This is a 120 power, 100 accuracy special fire type move that lowers the user's defense and special defense by 1 stage each after each use. This move cannot be taken lightly. It does at a cost of quite a bit, but this thing packs a powerful oomph. Violet, on the other hand, will give you an item known as the Malicious Armor, and if you give a Charcadet that, it will get Cerulege, which is basically the complete opposite. Going more on the physical attack here. And honestly, weird as it is, more on the special defensive side of all things, which is kind of strange. This thing becomes one of the best fire ghost types that you'll be seeing throughout the game. And I would definitely say that this thing is all a little more interesting once it learns its signature move, a Bitter Blade, at another later level at the same time as Armor Rogue. Bitter Blade. A 90 power, 100 accuracy, physical fire type move that restores its usage HP by half the damage dealt. So essentially, it's a fire variation of Drain Punch. It's that good. But it won't be getting it until its later levels, and that sucks. Why can't it just learn it through evolving? But I digress. So all around, pick your poison, pick your types. I do want to quickly point out that once it does evolve into any of those 2 types, it would gain a weak armor instead. So there's that for you, and that's something that definitely want to take into consideration. Last up, Cloth. Can I just ask, what is this thing? I know this is a Pokemon that works in a few strange ways, but don't be fooled. This is more of a physical offensive use of a rock type, and one of our very first rock type is that it could be useful in other ways rather than Necklace. If you didn't go for Necklace, Cloth is actually not a bad choice. Anger Shell, it's a signature ability. This thing can pretty much as a boosted to special attack and speed stat if it ever loses its defensive special, if it ever has its HP dropped to less than half. Kind of an interesting move in on itself, but I only ever recommend that you use this unless it of you who want it to be more on the tactical side. Your other choices of Shell Armor and Regenerator is not bad. It's just a 1-hit protection from critical hits, and a 1-hit restores a little bit of HP it's ever withdrawn from battle. So all around, not bad. But if you do plan on using this, you might want to think about how you want to use it before taking it into regular matches. It's not bad, but it does take a while for it to get used into for what you're going to be dealing with later on down the road. Plus, it's decently in terms of speed, but I wouldn't be counting your chickens on this. It's decent. Alright. Okay, now just how the camera moves while you're exploring the open world. These settings can be viewed under options in the main menu. Okay. Just kind of want to... Oh, hello. Hey, Derek! So from what I can gather, the Stony Cliff Titan likes to lurk somewhere in this rocky area. I had to look around, but I couldn't find any trace of it. He's way up high on the cliff or something. Nah, that's impossible. I don't think he'd be hiding somewhere that tricky, so don't go falling off any cliffs or anything and trying to search it out somewhere too strange. Maybe just give your map app a look if you're feeling stumped. It's pretty handy. Stumped. Before we do that, double check a couple of things. Free potion right there. What is this? Dusk Ball! Yes, yes, please! One of the best items in the game, and honestly, kind of works a little differently in this particular game because day and night switches by pretty quickly throughout here. What is this? Oh! Oh! Okay, this is an interesting one. We won't be seeing a Pokemon like this for quite some time. But I will say that this game actually has something that's sort of pretty new for it. But that won't come until the DLC, so we'll talk about that later. It's an Applin. I also kind of how like it doesn't really show up any of its head, except for just a Terrajewel on its head. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah! We'll use a Premier Ball on it. Alright. Ooh, we actually got a small experience candy. Nice! Alright, well that should calm things down around here for a little while. Alright. Alright, because I think there's probably a couple more turns we need to face out here that'll help. I mean, there'd be 6 of them. But we'll be okay. Uh-oh. You know, I immediately thought that was a Pokemon. Not a Pokemon, an item. Sorry! Ooh, you got one that's almighty. A mighty item that you're holding. Alright. Alright. You're at a higher level. Ooh, okay. Raise his defense and special defense. Confusion would be nice. Not exactly what I had in mind, but that works. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't using any physical offensive moves solely because it could have Q charm for the ability. But then again, I didn't really pay attention to the genders on there, but oh well. Skiddo. You know what? Sure. Let's give some of our other Pokemon a chance to shine. They're mainly going to be used for like meat shields and all that, but Don't worry. You got usage for them later on down the road. Go for a gust attack. Ah, yes. Use a tail whip on me. Oh, you probably got leftovers on you. That is an annoying move. Yes. And get used to seeing that, especially since that you might be getting leftovers yourself later on as well. Alright. One of these gimme gold coins. Let's see here. Ooh, we got Mud Slap right here. Lowers the accuracy. Pretty successful hit. Alright. Ooh, we got Hyper Potion. Nice. Alright, let's see. This is already Area 5? Alright, well, definitely talk about this later. I don't think much about this location changes. But then again, we can find some pretty interesting Pokemon as well. Especially those that are higher level. Oh boy. So if you're gonna do any additional training before taking on the Artisan Gym, look no further than Area 5. Apparently. Alright. Ooh, we got a Stantler right here. Alright. Come on down here. Ooh, we got Ice Fang. Ooh, Moonstone. Nice selling item. Okay. Hasty Mint. Kind of an interesting item in and of itself. Let's see here. I'm also just exploring the area, really. I'm hoping that for the last thing that we'll do is to get to Artisan, but there's a couple of things along the way that I want to do beforehand. Ooh, we got a Max Potion right there. Very good. Getting close to our destination around here. There's a watchtower. I guess I can go hit her for more gimme gold coins. I'll be dealing with these trainer heads on my own time, mainly because I'm just kind of running just a bit low on time on my end. Let's see. Who's that? got a metronome right here. Alright. Go for Ember. Hey! Not cool, Gibby Ghoul. Not cool. Come here. Ooh, another critical catch. I'll take it. Ooh, we got 60 of them. Nice. All right. Aha! Right here. And this thing doesn't want to interact with us. Guess we'll just have to follow it. Hello. Here we have the Stony Cliff Titan, a massive cloth. Level 16 if you're rock type, Anger Shell however has ability. Vice Grip, Rock Smash, Block, Rock Tomb. If you've been doing the proper training from up here, fight is a breeze. But unfortunately it has 2 phases. We must go after it. We must pursue it. We must observe it. We must dissect it and suck out its brain. Tankwap began eating something. Derek, you found it? And that thanks to Stony Cliff Titan? No Clop has got any business being that big. Is it gonna be even stronger now after eating those herbs? Let's watch ourselves, Derek. So, remember when I said that there's 2 phases? This isn't gonna be the second phase. After eating that Urban Mystica, it is gonna get a massive buff from this fight. It becomes more on the bulkier side of all things, which is pretty nice. Uh-oh. Yep, I saw this coming. Cause yeah, that Anger Shell. This thing is no joke. Alright. Uh-oh. Finish him. Quaff is down! Neat. Alright. Look at my little buddy coming through like a champ. But these Titan Pokemon are... sheesh. I sure don't like having something that's so tough out to get me. But somewhere in here, there's some more of that Urban Mystica the Titan was eating. Quick, let's have a look around before it comes back. Watch your step, it's pretty dark. Anyone got flash? Or illuminate? No way! This is one of the Urban Mystica! It's exactly how it looked in the book! Yes! We actually found one! And it's all thanks to you, Derek! Now then, let's see. What does the book have to say? It says here that the sweet Urban Mystica is good for gut health and that it helps to aid digestion. It says it's great for stomach aches too, or when you want to stimulate the old appetite. If I could just get him to eat some. Alright, now it's my turn to show off what I can do. You're about to get a taste of my cooking. Here you go! An Armored original sandwich packed full of herbs. And I'll even give you a badge. You know, as a thank you for taking on that Titan Pokemon. I call it a Titan badge. Made it myself using a replica of the gym badges, see? Friendship bonus on the points and up by 5. Yeah. What's up with that thing? It just comes out of its ball on its own whenever it wants? You had it for a while, you would know. Hey now! No, that's not for you! There you go! Hey! I went through all the trouble making that for you, and you just gave it away? Hope you realize that that's all there was, so now there's none left for you. That's totally fine. Oh, come on! Now you're making me feel like I'm the selfish jerk here. Here, you can have half of mine, but you better savor every last bite. Huh? You already ate that whole thing? I actually would take a moment to correct myself on something from earlier. But since you need to take on at least 3 of the Titans and to make sure that you have progress throughout the whole thing, it's actually 2. What? Hey, is it me or has this thing sort of powered up somehow? Whoa, I can't believe it! The power of these herbs really is worth guarding! If they have that big an effect on your Pokemon, then I bet it'll come in super handy for that treasure hunt assignment we've got. Yep, that's what I bet. Well, you both filled your bills with some of my legendary sandwiches. Guess it's time to tidy up everything up. Oh, don't you worry about helping. After battling the Titan, you've earned a break. Just leave all this to me. Though I'd be much obliged if you get a start on searching out the remaining 4 Urban Mystica for now. For us, jeez. I really owe you. Okay, the coast is clear. You could come out now. Huh? Hello, Derek. This is Turo. I detect that Miraidon has regained some of its original power. It seems that it will now be able to dash at high speed while you are riding upon it. Now you can have Miraidon dash ahead by pressing the left stick. But watch out for trees when dashing at high speeds. If you stretch your tray while dashing, Pokemon lurking up among the branches will fall down, allowing you to battle them. I hope you will continue to explore Paldea with Miraidon, as you have done here. The route is not fixed but open before you. Seek out your own path, using your map and the tools you have at hand. Whenever you find your curiosity piqued, you should go and explore it as your heart desires. All that you experience will help you grow in some way, great or small. Go forth on your journey, and take good care of Miraidon for me. Oh, we will. Now, I believe... Okay. You wouldn't think about coming back here at a later time. But now that we've finally gotten our first Urban Mystica, let's head on off to town. And I'll go and take care of these trainers on my own time. See if I can catch some of these Pokemon as well. We have a normal Terra right here. What do we got? A Grimer. Okay, not bad. I should point out that whenever you're on online mode, these Terra jewels will change, and you will be able to call in for reinforcements if you need to. Sure, I'll take out a Squawkabilly. Oof. Orbit! Got it. Alright. And you have Hustle for the ability. Boosts your Pokemon's attack stat but lowers its accuracy. Well, I guess Mimic's pretty good as it is. Alright. Neat. So now that we have finally got here to our next destination, which is at Artisan Town. I think it's about time that we go ahead and we end things off right around here. Curses! I can't get to that item because we can't jump high enough. But, yeah, alright. But it's okay, though. It's okay. So, next time, we're actually not gonna do the gym yet. Oh. Handle Wonderful is a popular item that uses how do you raise it. Using the map app, you can find useful information about the Paldea region, and if you move into the map cursor, yes, we've seen this already. You need less to move to magnify the glass around. Yeah, we've seen this already. Alright. So anyway, as I was saying, next time, I think we're gonna head back to Ouya Academy and maybe take on some classes. There will come something a little bit later on that'll actually come to some good use for you. But we'll definitely be talking about that at a later time. Alright? So, with that, see you guys then!